All right, we'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Mr. Merriman.
Here.
Mr. Mattern.
Here.
Dr. Scarpone.
Present.
Fiscal Officer Rachel is absent. Solicitor Mr. Lynn.
Present.
Mayor Mike Petrola.
Present.
Administrator Mr. Kasegi.
Present.
Mr. DeStefano.
Here.
Mr. Spence here. Mrs. Damron.
Here.
Will everyone please stand for a moment of silence in the pledge? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Can I get a motion to appoint Randy Spence as administrator and/or clerk for this meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence, yay. Mrs. Damron.
Yay.
All right, council, I would need a motion to pass our minutes from our last meeting, December 19th, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Abstain.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Abstain.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence, yay. Mrs. Damron.
Yay.
All right, is there anyone wishing to appear before council this evening? All right, moving along, I will turn it over to our solicitor for our ordinances and resolutions.
First is resolution number 2024-90, a resolution providing for transfer and establishing estimated revenue for the village of Wintersville for the calendar year 2024 and declaring an emergency.
Motion to suspend the rules for 2024-90.
Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence, yay. Mrs. Damron.
Yay.
Make a motion to accept Resolution 2024-90.
So moved. 2024-90.
Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence, yay. Mrs. Damron.
Yay.
Next is ordinance number 2024-91, an ordinance providing for amending and revising the appropriations of expenditures for the village of Wintersville for the calendar year 2024 and declaring an emergency.
Motion to suspend rules on ordinance 2024-91.
Second. Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence, yay. Mrs. Damron.
Yay.
Motion to accept ordinance 2024-91.
Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yay.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence, yay. Mrs. Damron.
Yay.
Next is ordinance number 2025-01. There is a small typo in the first whereas clause. It does say 3 village employees, but it is actually 2. That will be reflected in the official one that we pass. But again, 2025-01, an ordinance providing a pay increase for 2 employees in the village of Wintersville and declaring an emergency.
Council, I'm going to go ahead and explain this real quick. I had Jake write this. Austin Vanderborn is going to be my appointment for our new street supervisor. So I asked Jake to move him to $18 an hour, where our former street supervisor was. And the other pay increase is Captain Jason Fabian. 2 years ago when we were doing police raises, Captain Fabian obviously did get a promotion to captain at that time. However, he did not get pay that reflects being second in charge. So this pay will make him be the second highest paid under the chief of police. That is why I've brought these here in front of you. We can do a first read tonight if you guys want to have a debate down the road or at the finance meeting, but that is why I did bring these to tonight, or if anyone's got questions, I can answer them now, and we can pass them now. It's up to you guys.
Will it be retroactive for Captain Fabian?
It will not be.
Okay.
He has been patient enough. Like I said, it's been 2 years. He did not bring it up. I did bring it up to him recently. I've discussed it with Chief. It's just something from the past that needs fixed. He's been patient with us, with me, so
Is this part of getting everybody's peg in line with the new,
it definitely is. You have the
Handbook.
second in charge that makes less money than, more money, more responsibility.
I make a motion to suspend the rules for 2025-01.
Second.
Mr. Merriman?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone?
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano?
Yay.
Mr. Spence? Yay. Mrs. Dameron?
Yay.
I make a motion to accept ordinance number 2025-01.
Second.
Mr. Merriman?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone?
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano?
Yay.
Mr. Spence? Yay. Mrs. Dameron?
Yay.
Thank you, council. Appreciate it very much. All right, moving on to our announcements. Council, our finance meeting to go over our budget will be January 13th, 2025 at 6 p.m. Village offices will be closed January 20th, 2025 in observance of Martin Luther King Day. That's it for our announcements. On our reports and communications, let's start with the mayor's court for December of 2024. Our city revenue was $9,342. Our state revenue was $2,421.50. Other revenue was $239.50, bringing the total revenue to $12,003 for December of 2024. The police report for December of 2024, we had 136 complaints, 59 traffic arrests, 0 criminal arrests, 7 accidents, 20 cases, 15 alarm calls, excuse me, 7 juvenile cases, 3 nuisance, 204 incoming calls, 3 parking violations, 2 vehicle impounds, 1 K-9 request, and 19 auxiliary hours. The police department, this is for the entire year total for 2024. We had 1,761 complaints, 878 traffic arrests, 53 criminal arrests, 131 accidents, 199 cases, 171 alarm calls, 160 juvenile cases, 40 nuisance, 2,299 incoming calls, 50 parking violations, 11 vehicle impounds, 54 K-9 requests, and 238 auxiliary hours for the year of 2024. All right, moving on to our code enforcement for the month of December 2024. We had 6 licenses for $450. We had 3 permits for $75, bring the grand total to $525. Our total for the year, we had 129 licenses for $9,675, 138 permits for $5,573.80. And our grand total from code enforcement was $15,248.80 for 2024. All right, that's it for reports and communications. Mr. Lockhart is not here, neither is Charlene. Moving on to the mayor's report. Council, it is the first meeting of the year. You need to select a council president at this time.
I would like to nominate Randy Spence for president of council.
Second.
Are there any other nominations at this time? Does everyone vote for Mr. Spence?
Mr. Merriman?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone?
Yay.
Mr. Stefano?
Yay.
Mr. Spence? Yay. Mrs. Dameron?
Yay.
Congratulations, President.
Assistant Mayor.
Soon enough.
Freudian slip.
Yeah, sure. Next, council, I don't know if Tammy got a chance. I did have her put the council rules in your packet. If you guys can, please take a look before the next meeting. We'll make any changes and we'll get these voted in, hopefully next meeting. If you have any changes, you can email me or Jesse and we'll get them changed quickly and get them out to everybody. All right, next up, I'm gonna get my appointments on record, just so we don't get asked a million times. So for the 7 Ranges Fire District, it will be Mr. Lockhart and Mr. Mattern. For BHJ, it will be Mr. Lockhart and Dr. Scarpone. For SVRTA, it will be Mr. Lockhart and Charlene. And for Rita, will be Mr. Lockhart. And I believe the only other one is Regional Planning, which our council president, that will remain you. If I missed any, I'll do them the next meeting. And that's all I have, and go Irish. We'll keep moving this along quickly. I'll move it over to Jesse for his report.
All right, I'm going to be a long time, because I don't care about football. No, it's going to be pretty quick. Real quick, so we have about 94 service meters that need installed. So what I did was, there's an attached letter that we are sending out tomorrow morning to anybody who has not got their meters changed yet. We're pushing 15 months. Now we're to the point where we're going to start shutting meters off. So in that letter that you'll see, it gave them to the 30th. That's after billing. I'm talking with Fort Steuben Maintenance and Jimmy Jenkins from Steubenville, which Mr. Jenkins had a couple of his guys after work hours installing meters. You know, the people that did meters only could do it after hours. So we're going to have a meeting, and what we're going to do is our guys in Fort Steuben Maintenance, what we're planning on is during business hours, we're going to start on one street or wherever, start shutting water off. Those people are going to call. We're going to go swap our meters because we can't do a meter read now with the old system. It's obsolete. We just started, actually the past week, we just started using the new billing system and census meters as well. There are meters that are going to need adjusted. That's just part of the installation process. It's no big deal. The pit meters, we just got the pit meters in about a month ago, so those don't need any type of appointment. We'll just go outside and get them done. So that's the plan, but when I meet with these guys, we'll go over exactly how this is going to go. We have to get them done. I know that Fort Steuben Maintenance, they have done another municipality, a meter project, and that municipality is 3 years into the project, and some people still have not got their meter changed. We're not doing that. We're going to get them done now. So we're closed out on the project, but this is all a la carte stuff that we're doing. I'll have more information the next time of our next meeting. This is a way I'm authorized to do it under the ordinance. By law, I could name these people in a council meeting. I can name them in the news. I can name them in the newspaper of who they are, but I'm not going to do that. We just want to get these swapped out because if we don't, we're losing even more money. So that'll be taken care of, and they started using not the online pay, but the in-house part of it. It's working pretty good. So hopefully by the end of the month we can get started with everything. It's just everything is coming at once, and it's working out. We repaired the driveway at 224 Winters Drive. M&A Concrete started doing the work today. We had to break up the gentleman's part of his driveway, so they started repairing that this week. They actually today, Wells was out there doing some excavation, so that's good. Davis Enterprise last week went through town, patched Meadowbrook, Leonard, North Avalon, Crawford, and Garden. We didn't get everything that we wanted done, but what we did do is Austin and the street department went out and got millings from out in Napa, filled in everything, vibroplated it, rolled it. That'll buy us some time until spring, and then we can go back and finish that. So, which come out really nice. And we also went down to Ferda and Morrow, which is bad. On Ferda and Morrow, every resident, speaking of that, got a copy of the plat for the survey. It's the rough draft. If there's no objections as of right now, I'll contact the surveyor. He will send us the updated plat, the final drawing, and everybody will sign off on that, and then we can do our dedication to those roads there. Then I could start applying for funding. But we're down to like days now, so that's a good thing, and everybody's happy. The Caddis Road project that we put in for the water line and paving, under the state capital improvement, it didn't score really good. We scored 32 out of 33. But the small government program, we're at number 4, and they take the top 5. So what we need to do is we might need to go back and adjust a little bit more to make it more appealing that we need this, adjust our funding or whatever, which is good. That's okay. We have some playroom because the money that we was going to match with wasn't all our money. We just went with a conservative number. We can go back and adjust that and hopefully get this started because that's going to be the kickoff of our water project. And it's going to be the kickoff of our asset management to see what roads we're going to start with on water line replacement versus paving and stuff like that. That's going to be a process, but that'll be like a 20-year project. We're going to meet with Quicksall. Myself and the mayor is going to meet with them next week about that. But we're still in the hunt for this water line on Caddis Road, which is good. And then this year, they're going to start with the sidewalks, start planning. That's going to be done within 18 months. So a lot will be going on Caddis Road. The only other thing I have is the new policy and procedure. If everybody got to see it, if you didn't, send me an email. I'll send it out to you again. It's been condensed. It's about 11 months into working. We went line by line by line, by section. And if we're ready to go, we can move on with it. And then from this point on, if we need to change something, adjust something as we go, we can do that. And I'll start meeting with Align HR. This was like, I met with them every 2 weeks for almost 12 months. And it's great. I've learned a lot. Now it's like every month, every 6 weeks, because I do want to keep in touch with them. I do learn a lot from them. But that's all I have. If anybody has any questions.
Jesse, I got 3 quick ones. The 94 service meters, are you able to provide council with the addresses that we might be able to, that would be great. The Caddis Road project, what's the length of that again? Is it the whole way through or does it stop off?
It starts right there at the intersection of Kroger's and goes all the way to our Corp line by Big Lots.
By Big Lots, okay. And the last one I had was on the 224 Winters flooding. I think that was a night that we was judging Christmas lights, and it was massive, okay, when I came on down to the bottom. At the bottom there was a guy who had a couple flooding issues, and we tried to move his manhole or collect more water with some berms. Do we have any kind of flooding down in that way at all?
No.
None?
No, because they just, they kind of just, they ran that, they actually ran that from the hydrant after they got the water meter, or after they got the lines kind of like died down, they would just run it to the side of where Grit Gear is and G&G and just run it down there to that catch basin right there and not on to the other side of the road.
Yep, okay. Yep, that was where it was. It was on it was the school, it was probably Barker's Joint, whatever it was called. But it was down in there. They had like a little dance down there, but that had some issues, that basin down there. Okay, thank you, Jesse. Appreciate it.
I had just a couple questions, Jesse.
Yes.
Are the property owners alerted with this water meter? Or is it just the bill holder?
It's going to be it's going to be the property owner, I believe itself, or whoever has the water in their name. If it's the property owner or the resident, it could be either or. And then like I said, they'll get sent out tomorrow morning. They'll get sent out letters. So whoever's listed, it might be both the property owner and the resident if it's a rental. So yes.
Okay. And then is that a fair price of $50 reconnection fee?
That's what the reconnection fee is for
Because
anybody.
the thing is, isn't it costly to have Fort Steuben Maintenance in line to replace these as well?
Well, we haven't even come up with a price yet on and how many hours they're going to be working. We're just going to like kind of adjust it as we have it. When we have a face-to-face meeting, we'll get it all hashed out on exactly what it's going to cost, what we got to do, how this is going to work. But we can adjust it as, whatever we need to do.
Well, I mean, if people have been alerted, they should assume the cost, not the taxpayers.
Correct, yeah. And like I said, it's pushing 15 months and nobody, they just, and we put reminders on their bills. We sent out like neon pink cards and stuff and they're not calling. So now we're just going to shut it off. And so when we shut it off, we're going to wait for them to call. We're going to go change the meter, get the old meter, and then be done with it. One thing that we are going to do this year is our frequent flyers, as I call them, the ones that don't pay, that have meters on the inside of their house. I set aside funding for up to 10 pit meters to get 10 pit meters installed outside of the, because in a perfect world, pit meters are the way to go. I mean, that's what everybody does. You don't have to go to anybody's house. You just go right there and change it. So the frequent flyer people that don't pay their bill, I told Tina, this is give me the 5 or 10 worst people that we deal with. We're going to put pit meters in and then put the new meter put in. We'll have the water shut off. Then they're going to have to let us in. We'll take the old meter, straight pipe it inside. The new meter will be outside and it'll be done. And then we can control that a lot. In the long run, it's going to be about $2,500 per pit meter. But from what they pay to how late they are and the fees, we'll get our money back pretty quick on that.
Good.
So we're going to start with 10, and then we'll move on. And then we'll just slowly start working on that project.
What does this uncollectible accounts that we have in our packet?
All right, so here's what's going on with that. These accounts are either the people can't be found, they're dead, they're in prison, they're gone. That's all the and these are all been sent down to the county. So these are all in the project. We did what we had to do, but these are uncollectible. We haven't had them. Now we can. I could work on some of these to see if I could find them, but to get money from them, I don't know, and how we can go about that. Without putting a ton of work in it, which it doesn't matter to me, I'll do it. But that's what we have right now. It's about $14,000 over the past up to 10, 15 years that these people.
Aren't these lienable to the property owners?
Yes, and they were all.
Should all be at the county.
They are at the county and stuff, and it's just they have not been. A lot of these have not been collected either by death, prison, jail, gone.
I know some of these people.
That's what I'm looking at the
Some of these
list.
people have moved. They moved on, so they don't
Yeah.
live here no more, so I don't know how you're going to get money.
Yeah, so that's.
Yeah, but like she said, don't they put a lien on the house?
It's on the house.
Yeah.
It's on the
What
property.
if they sold their house? There's two guys.
Still, there's a
on there.
lien on it,
Whoever buys it gets to pay it.
right?
Yeah, whoever
So
made it.
we
Already bought
don't.
it, but
So what I can.
I inherited a $900 one.
$83 to be exact.
We can, I could go through that list and find out exactly, on that property, if there ever was a lien put on, which I think there was, or whatever, unless it was an apartment thing. But that's what we got right now. But I'm letting you know exactly, I'm just trying to be on the same page with everybody, letting you know what we got. But I plan on going through this list a little bit to find out what, because when the county sends money in for these liens and stuff, or like if you don't pay your tax or you don't pay your water, sewer, and all that stuff that we send down, we don't usually have they don't usually send a name. They just send a check or whatever. I'm still learning that part of it. But that's where we're at right there. But I could probably work on that, and I will work on that and try to see where we're at on what's going on with these people.
So basically, for the $13,000 or $14,000 that we have, that we're not going to see that.
Probably not. But like I said, I can do some investigative work.
I want to start counting it tomorrow.
Some of these people are 6, 7 years old. I mean, it's
Yeah.
probably
Okay.
hard to fetch money that way.
Yeah, just see exactly where, if, you know, if there was a lien put on it, so, but I just want to let you know, that's kind of where we're at, just so you guys know.
Thank you.
I don't want to like write it off yet, but I'm going to see what I can maybe get into on this. I know I'm not going to get anything from the person, but if it's, the lien was put on the property, then I can find out what happened.
Staying on that, though, if most of these people still live there, then we should be able to put
Yeah.
liens.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
if they're not there, then we're just basically
Yeah,
out.
absolutely.
There's quite a few there from 23 and 24.
Yeah, so I
There's
can,
several with the same
Yeah.
address, several
Yep.
different names on the same address, too.
yeah.
We
So-
send that down in July.
Yeah,
It's already been sent.
yep. Every July we send that down for sanitation, for water, and sewer. And if we cut their grass, we send that down too.
All right, thank you, Jesse. Moving on to unfinished business.
I have one. Did we ever get update on the signs for the intersections and everything? We're going to replace those, the ones that are faded out?
We're working on all of them.
Yep. You mean on Main Street?
Yeah, with
Yeah,
Frank
that's,
Lehman sign and
that's
all that.
ODOT, yes.
ODOT.
Yep.
Because some of them, they're just so faded.
They're terrible.
Oh, they're horrible. They're horrible.
White.
Yeah, just guess.
Did we decide on whether we're getting a whole new sign or just going to get new decals for them?
Well, ODOT will be in
ODOT
charge of
takes
that.
care of those
They'll
ones.
take care of all that.
Okay.
Anybody else for unfinished business? On to new business. The only comment I got, if it was Ohio State playing, none of you would have talked, but
They won last night.
Yeah, some of us wouldn't have been here, all right? Well, I say,
Yeah.
I showed up.
You did, trooper.
By the way, what's the score?
23-10.
Jason.
I'd just like to thank council for having trust and confidence in me again for president of the council nomination. Thank you.
Well,
You're welcome.
Anybody else for new business? All right.
I got my knees done. Replaced. I got new knees.
How they feeling? Good?
I got a great physical therapist.
good.
Awesome. She can
You
put
got
that
a-
on the news. 2 brand new titanium knees.
You got a new
That is
vehicle
new
out there
business.
too.
Yeah, I got a new vehicle out there, new Tahoe.
Makes you want to go out and play football, huh?
Yes, it does.
remember
Probably
March, I got you
for the
powerlifting.
Georgia Bulldogs too.
No, I don't need new business.
All right. Need a motion to pay the bills.
I had a question on one here. You got this law firm here, it comes about $6,000. What is that?
That's Voyer's law. We reached out for some information on, what all was it? It was for,
That was for the marijuana tax.
Yes.
And what was the, there was one other thing they were helping us with. They're helping us find different grant opportunities.
Thank you, just a question on that.
Yep. Anybody else?
I make a motion to pay the bills.
So moved.
Mr. Merriman.
Yeah.
Mr. Mattern.
Other than abstention on 51457, yay?
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. Stefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence, yay. Mrs. Dameron.
Yay.
Need a motion to adjourn.
Did we skip transfers? Was there any transfers?
I said there was
No
no
transfers?
transfers. Yep.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Mr. Merriman.
Yeah.
Mr. Mattern.
Yay.
Dr. Scarpone.
Yay.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yay.
Mr. Spence, yay. Mrs. Dameron.
Yay.
Our meeting is adjourned. Our next council meeting will be Thursday, January 16th, 2025 at 7 p.m. Thank you.